All right, well, today we are going to be taking the car hauler bus to its first event in over a year. This thing has been mostly sitting for the last year. We had some mechanical issues. We fixed those, the generator went out, and then, you know, it's pretty much sat since then. We've done some upgrades, some tinkering, but has not gone to an event in over a year, and today is the day. We finally ripped this thing out of semi-retirement and go use it, and I gotta tell you, I'm excited because this is a 3-day event, so it'll be its first multi-night type deal, which will be great to have the bus for a situation like that. We're taking the rowdy car, the Vet, because there's going to be a bunch of other pro cars there, so should be fun driving. And really, I'm just super excited to stretch this thing's legs, try out the upgrades we have done since we used it last. That being said, we've got a bit of work to do before we can go because we've got things to tidy up. We've got to load the car in it, which we have not done in over a year. So not to mention we got to play musical chairs with cars, get a bunch of stuff moved around out of the way, and get everything, all the stuff, our tools and spares and stuff out of the race trailer and get them put in the bus and get everything else loaded up on top of the car. So we got a lot to do. So I should probably quit jibber jabbering and we should get to it because I'm so ready. It's definitely wild seeing this thing outside on 4 wheels, aired up tires. The last time we drove the Vet, we were completely out of fuel. We used every last drop of our racy. So Raldo and Josue went and picked up a drum of 1-ethanol, and we had a bunch of jugs to fill to last us the whole weekend. So while they were filling up jugs, which is just one of the many things that goes into prepping for an event, I went ahead and decided to tuck the trailer back out of the way so that way we could get the bus out. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but with that done, it's time to get the Vet down, get it out, and see what we need to do to have it ready. You think you'll be done dropping that down by next Tuesday, maybe?
I sure hope so.
Okay, all right, cool. That's the worst part about lifting the lift arms is nothing on them. It takes forever.
When you're hourly. The only outside time they got was that. Race car stuff.
Someone sent me these kind of vanity plates. They're not real plates, but these cool vanity plates, and I couldn't find the information on who they were in there, but if you're watching this, thank you, because it looks absolutely awesome on there to see a plate. You know, it's cool. So anyway, while we're working on the Vet, getting it ready, there's a bunch of just little things. Like, it's drivable right now, but you know, we're going to be drifting hard for 3 days. We want to make sure everything's ready. I started working on getting all our stuff down from the loft. This was kind of the idea we had with the loft, was that we could have all our event stuff up there and just drop it down on a pallet or two and be ready to go. All right, we got all our stuff down. We've got our totes. These are the Vet spares, gears, and then a quick change tray for changing the gearing, and then tires. So we've got 12 plus the spare front. That should be plenty. But we really want to take advantage of this opportunity. It's not often you get to drive with other, you know, high-level cars. Like Schulman's going to be there with his car, which is dog box built JZ, and then Rad Dan with his pro car, his Supra. So it's not often all those cars kind of get together at a fun event. So this will be a great time to get some seat time in the old vet. So we're all doing this later, giving her the once over because falling apart after the last time. The fender was falling off. The front bumper got yeeted by some guy, just ran into a cone. Oh yeah, look at that. It is brand new. Oh yeah, I forgot the lip was pretty much completely destroyed. But yeah, so anyway, prepping this thing. Whew. It's nice to see it outside in some sunlight. I'll tell you what, we're gonna try to get the bus here. Every time we've loaded the bus, we've done it where it is there. But it kind of sucks because it's in the dirt, and ideally, if the car is in the shop, we can just go straight up and
Like the trailer.
Like the trailer, literally just like the trailer. So I think that'll work. We can grab all our stuff and load it up, which the pallet method worked out. You know, this is our first time using the concept coming to reality. Gotta say, pretty happy with it so far. Just drop them down. We got our generator. So that's the one thing too with the bus is generator's still broken, but this generator is equally, it's a little less powerful, but it's enough to do what we need to do in the bus. Problem is we can't use it while we're driving, which normally would be a problem because then it means no AC while you're driving, which would suck. But the weather's nice, so it doesn't matter. Not a big deal. Cruise with the windows down, and then when we get there, get the generator set up, get it running, we're good to go. So moving right along.
So vet-wise, it's all little things, some cosmetic, some mechanical. Obviously, with a car like this, you want to prep it, you want to do fluid changes and all that. But also, aesthetically, the front bumper's hanging off from me blasting that cone. So we're trying to heat that up and bend it back and, you know, the little things. But now it's time to get the bus in position and see if this plan of driving straight out onto the liftgate is going to work or not. Fingers crossed.
Brand new.
Look too bad.
You probably don't notice it as much because you've been cleaning it, but like walking, like coming up to it, you're like, have we ever driven this thing before? Or?
So when it comes to loading up the bus, it is a little bit of a process, but you know, we've done it a few times now. We just haven't done it in a while. We dropped this liftgate down, but we haven't loaded a car in here. So it's kind of you definitely got to remember the order of operations. You got to go up, you got to open the doors, you got to lock them in place, then you got to pull the extension ramp out, then you got to get the regular ramps out. It's a thing, but it looks like it's going to work. So we wanted to go ahead and get these tires and everything loaded up and make sure everything's going to fit that we think is going to fit and that we need to bring with us. You know, one thing with the bus, when I got it, I was worried about bringing enough tires, but there's so much underneath storage. And one of the upgrades I did recently to it was changing out the battery setup to more basically dense, compact batteries, which gave us basically a whole nother pair of tire space, which is saying something when you're talking about 315 Nittos. These things are absolutely massive. So between that and all our fuel jugs and the jack and the quick change, it's a lot of stuff. But the old pallet method worked out really well, being able to bring everything right down there to the bus. The only problems R2 needs some wheels because it tries to bottom out. But otherwise, we are cruising right along still. Things are going well, doing an oil change and just all those odds and ends before an event that may take way more time than you think.
All right, this lady's working on our oil change. So happy with how this bay turned out. It's been a while. You know, I've been looking at the RX-7 as we're building it, and it's empty to see this complete. So I don't know. Anyway, I am going to try to fix an issue. So whenever we load the car up, the problem is when you clip these doors in, these little bars setup they have is nice, right? It has this little push thing, boom, goes in, and that's what holds the door open. The problem is the Vette is extraordinarily wide, and we need to open the doors to the max. I'm gonna rebuild this rear door at some point, but for now, we need the doors to open all the way. So what we have to do is bungee cord them, but then these get in the way. Unbungee cord it, re-bungee cord it, go the rest of the way. It's just a whole process. Instead, I'm gonna modify these to be able to open the doors further. That's the plan, at least. And then hopefully, we can just pop them open, ride out. But yeah, the Vette is just so extremely wide. Like it was 6 inches wider than my stock F80, wider than the truck, wider than the Monte Carlo, like 10 inches wider than the Monte Carlo. Like it's wider than everything. These things are just wide. It is a problem no matter what. Even in a regular trailer, we barely fit between the fenders. So anyway, jibber jabber, back to work.
This door project is a great example of what I call the rabbit hole loop, where you decide you want to do something, upgrade something, but then you think, oh, well, if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it like this and then that, and then it gets to such an extreme project that you never do it. And I really want to rebuild this whole rear door, make it one piece aluminum, make it flip up on shocks so that way it's kind of a canopy. But that's kept me from just making the doors that are there work better for loading the car, because it is an absolute pain dealing with those doors. So hopefully this does enough to where we can be a little more hands off in the load up process, ideally.
All right, well, we're just finishing up our final preparations here. We did change the rear gear. It was a little not exactly what we wanted last time. Should be a little bit closer. We're changing the transmission fluid. I feel like we slacked on that a couple of events. Oil's changed. Car is as ready as it's gonna get. Car's clean, got our license plate. Legal, road legal. We also cleaned the radiator out after the last time we drove this car, so it should cool a lot better now. It was clogged severely. And yeah, I think we're good. I mean, I don't want to say that we're good. We've done all of our preparations that we intended on doing.
So this is going to be the real test of our door bar hold open extension modifications. I didn't have a ton of faith because the bars aren't stiff enough. They're kind of flexible, and we did end up having to pull one of the doors open a little bit more, but compared to before, piece of cake. I mean, before the bungee cord, re-bungee cord method, the biggest nuisance in getting this car into the trailer. So still high on my list, rebuilding this door, but for now, it works, and maybe I'll make some stiffer bars for the meantime, since there's a lot of other projects we need to focus on. But we've got E-Track in here, so we strap over the tire. Definitely the best method, keeping the car from coming loose. And then we've got to use that leftover space for the generator and the toolbox. This is going to be our first time testing this proof of concept, where I got this rolling toolbox and filled it with all the racetrack tools, so that way if we're taking the race trailer, we can put it in there, or if we're taking the bus, we can put it in here. And luckily, man, it fits like a glove. We've got the E-Track to strap it down. Really happy with how that worked out. The generator, obviously, long term, we got to fix the onboard generator, but at least there's enough space to bring it, At least we had enough room for this, eventuality. So with that, we've got pretty much everything we need in here. We just need to get this thing moved over and get ready to head out in the morning, but always feels good seeing this bus loaded up.
Dude, I do love this stupid thing. All right, well, we're pretty much ready to roll. You can see what this thing looks like on the inside. Pretty packed, We're not packed for clothes and stuff for days and days, but got the car. These tools have a spot. We just forgot to grab them early on. Got the toolbox back there and the generator. Car, which we could have pushed the car a little back if we needed to. I just went as far forward as we could to fit the most back there, but beautiful day in the neighborhood. Rig, let's party. Alright, let's freaking blow this popsicle stand. I gotta decide which way, like, I kinda wanna take the back way, but it's like, it's rough with a trailer. Yeah. You know? Been a while. Like nothing, dude. Like nothing. Light work. Alright, well, we're taking the back way. We normally take this way, but we've never taken it with the bus. But we thought it'd be a good exercise to see how it does on a tight, semi-twisty road. Twisty for Florida, you know. It's really not much different. Jet boat, ducking for tree branches. Side temps looking like 180, 50. That's foot to the floor. I mean, it's climbing, dude. It ain't nothing to it. Like, now I'm backing off. We're already at 63. Yeah, like as loaded as we could possibly ever get. Fresh off the shore shrimp. Look at that, dude. Straight to a green light. Right? I'm always so impressed with how well this thing accelerates loaded down like this. Now, obviously, it ain't no race car, but like, you definitely don't feel like, you know, you can't keep up with traffic. I hate that feeling, dude. When you leave a light and it's like, everyone's like, and people are like, like jumping around you because you're going so slow, trying to get it going. But I'm pretty sure it was like full, like we had a lot of the tank when we came here for that Pro-Am. It's always a little tricky when it's like half open for something big like this. My side.
That little bit of margin you have,
Yeah.
you need it.
Okay. A little tight getting in here, but other than that, not too bad. Oh, God. Can't get over the plate. It's so cool. Alright, well, we are back. Got the F80. Gotta warm this thing up. It's gonna take a while. Alright, last session of the night for day one. Gonna go turn some laps, hopefully. Make sure the car is good. Setup, got the generator running. These are all battery powered lights. We have battery powered lights in the back too, but man, I'm more eager than ever to get this thing dialed in, man. Let me tell you, I'm pumped, but I'm gonna turn the TV on, baby. So we're my first time using any of this. Oh, and check this out. Got DVDs for days. We're watching Pulp Fiction. No, we're gonna start with Fast and the Furious. We got that in here somewhere. Man, I can't get over this. We got surround sound with the speakers because we got the receiver here, which, so I don't get copyrighted, but we got the receiver playing to the surround sound. We got DVD VHS player playing through to the TV. But then we've also can use the TV, you know, it's a smart TV. And then this is what it looks like with the slide out. You get so much more room. But yeah, no, this is amazing, dude. This is my first time spending the night in this thing, and I gotta say, I am stoked. We still got all this room back here, you know? In the future, we can set this up as like another bedroom while we're at the track. But yeah, everyone's partying outside. I'm gonna turn in and watch a movie, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna get back to chilling, but RV set up, curtains closed. This is amazing, man. If we just weren't relying on the, you know, regular generator, this would be perfect. So cool. We got Fast and the Furious playing on the TV with the surround sound. All right. Anyway, I'm going to get back to chilling. Ugh. quick gear change. We're just switching the gear we have. We're flipping it. It's 427 right now, and we're gonna flip it to a 395 or something like that. Just a little bit taller in second. Well, taller all around, but mainly we need it to be taller in second for the skid pad. Car is breaking up. It's doing like a weird thing that it's definitely done before, and I cannot remember to save my life what the problem was last time. I don't know if we fixed something else and thought we fixed it or what the deal was, but I'm waiting. I forgot my tuning laptop. I left it in the shop, and we need that to review the data logs. I'm gonna try to borrow Am from Njuku's laptop, check the data log. Hopefully we find something. To me, it seems like a timing thing. It seems like the ignition timing's way off, and then it goes back to being fixed like it's fine now. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. It's just tough, those issues where they come and go, but we shall prevail. I just don't want it to do it mid-run tandeming. So we're gonna tandem with Dan again and Shulman. Look at that, dude. Money in the bank. Shorty, what you drink? Oh yeah, true. Get that shit out of there. Junk ass extension harnesses. got a fresh set of Nittos on. We are on, we burned through 3 sets. Those runs with Shulman and Dan were incredible. That was so much fun. I don't know that I've ever done that where like I'm in the middle, I door tap the lead driver, and then the third driver door taps me. Like, that was so cool. Because that's hard, it's hard in third place to door tap. And I was trying to do like, you know, chase hard, but also like an okay line, and man, good times. I'm so glad we came out, and I'm so glad Dan and Shulman are here with their rowdy cars. Like, when you get a bunch of rowdy cars like this together, it's a whole nother animal. It's fun to like drive with slower cars, but you just feel like a bully. It doesn't feel like skill oriented because you got such a fast car. Old vet. I think we figured out the issue was that other extension harness. We got rid of the extension harness, plugged it directly in. The only reason we didn't have it like that before is because it's really tight, like the plugs under the manifold. I need to build a new engine harness. That's the only harness I used, an off-the-shelf harness. And I've been meaning to rebuild that engine harness and make it all the links perfect for this car, but anyway, seems solid. This is Rad Dan's car. It's cool driving with another rowdy car. I mean, his is actually a pro car. My car is like, I would consider a pro level car. His is an actual pro car. It's a nice car. He builds good stuff. Oh, that's interesting. He's got a oil to water cooler. Oh, he's got the same Clearview thing I have. Yeah, Rad Dan knows how to build a car, I'll tell him that much. Forget every time, you know, and it's like the more time goes on, the harder I beat the shit out of it, you know, like it's like I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I'll drive it like the Miata, you know. Ow. Oh, so much fun. Oh, well, it's a party. Got a fire pit down there. We're gonna take the old vet up to the front, get our Uber Eats. It just hits different taking the vet. Package secured. Last day. Old Bussy's been working out great. bucks on this thing between the Miata and the Vet. Still a good little car. Feel like a freaking NASCAR team. Unloading. what? We made it back home. We got everything unloaded. We got the vet put back on the lift. It is definitely earned a full fluids change after this weekend. Sometimes we'll go 2 weekends, but it had a hard weekend. These are all the Nittos we burned through. We've already gone ahead and mounted new tires, so that way they're ready to go for the next outing. I am so unbelievably happy with how this car did this weekend. That breakup issue, it might have been partially that extension harness, which is what it was the last time we had it. We took off the other sides, but we did find the coil pack grounds at the back of the head were loose, which that's a big thing. I checked it last time we had that issue when it was the extension harness and they were tight. So we tightened those down and it was dialed. I mean, that was the only little hiccup we had all weekend long. And I just kind of finally decided that, you know, I normally when I drive this car, I drive it not cautious, but I'm nice to it, you know? I have extra mechanical sympathy on top of a lot that I already have, because, you know, when you build cars, you know how easy it is to break stuff, and you don't want to be the one to fix it, because you are the one to fix it, you know? But I decided that the car can either sit on the shelf and just look cool, because I don't take it to a lot of events, because those events I want to be able to drive a car hard, or I can just drive it hard and hope it doesn't break, but if it breaks, it's better than it sitting on the shelf not getting used. And I gotta say, definitely A1, man. Absolute riot driving this thing like an a-hole. You know, just limiter, flicking it. Like, I had so much fun, and it just showed me a whole other side of this car that I have yet to see. And man, I couldn't be happier. You know, Raldo and Josue had a great time. We got Raldo's son in the car, and he loved it. You know, gave a bunch of ride-alongs, and it was just, it really could not have been a better weekend. The bus was great, and when we got back with the bus, since it was sitting out front, I was like, you know what, before we put it back, let's take another attempt at fixing this generator. And Josue noticed that there was a part of the harness that was sitting on a pulley deep back in the generator. So we got the lid off and got in there, and found that one of the exciter wires had been rubbed through completely, which kind of added all up, because it was a problem that got worse and worse until the generator stopped outputting electricity. And purrs like a kitten, powered everything. It's actually running better than ever. That wire was probably on its way out for a long time. So that's great news. I still want to do lithium and solar on the bus. There's still so much I want to do, but I'm more excited than ever to do it to the bus, because got to really get the use out of it. I think that's important. With any project, it's important to, yeah, this is kind of a bad example because we're going to go all in on this build, but to get it done and use it, because A, it'll motivate you more, and B, it'll tell you what you really need, because you don't necessarily know until you use something. So anyway, I could rant on and on, but I am just, man, that event got me more hyped on drifting than I've been in a long time. It was just all around the most amazing time. Shout out to Tommy, shout out to OSW for hosting those events. The grid flowed great. Like, everything about it was just awesome. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us for the weekend. I had a great time. I actually picked up another set of gears. Gear chart anyway. Could go on and on, but I'm gonna end it here. Back to the project. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I cannot wait to see you next time. We got a lot of cool stuff in store, so I'll see you for that. But for now, that's it. Goodbye, guys. And Josue found a broken wire connection where it had rubbed on the belt. It runs better than ever before. Before we bogged with both ACs, now we got running, and it doesn't even